For the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit more about how you can scale your business with the retail media. But before I do so, as it's 4 p.m. and you are after the whole day of the event, I just want to find your mood check. So, look on these two pictures and tell me, and raise your hand, who is on the left side. Hands up. Okay. Who is on the right side? Okay. 93%. Okay. I like these two images because they are not just about our mood today, but I also use them as an opportunity to talk more about the speed of life and business we have today. Because I know very few people with this mood. I know quite a lot of people with this mood, and if probably after this conference and to the whole day you will be like this cat thinking, wow, what am I going to do today with my life? And I had the same perspective about thinking about life and business until 2023. In 2023, and I think that, for instance, Midjourney shows it very quickly, that within a few months, we moved from the version 1 to version 5. And it's just a few months of the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence and the way it's developing and it's giving value to all of us as we are customers or we are a business as well. And what happened in last 2 weeks ago, probably it was? Yeah, it was the Sora was introduced, and it helps you, not only to go from text to image, but also text to video. So you can do it instantly and very, very fast, create quite a lot of content which is very, very interesting. It's also in the e-commerce perspective where we have this AI implemented. So we have the possibility to talk about personalization, which is somehow AI empowered. We have things like virtual assistants, or like dynamic pricing, or fraud detection, or visual search, and many, many more. You can even find a website you can prompt for no more than $40. So time to market is really, really fast these days. But where is the clue? Where is the problem I would like to face with you? It's this one. I like this image very much because it shows how the AI market looks right now. It's a story that is given us by Matt Turk, and it's the edition 2023. Do you like it? You see yourself somewhere here? Look how it developed in the last 10 years. It's 10 times fold. So from, let's say, 140 to 1,500. But it's even more because it's just, the machine learning, artificial intelligence perspective. So when I look at these kind of pictures and the evolution of AI, I think that this was 2022, this was 2023, and we're over there. And this is the, I would say, somehow positive perspective, but on the other hand, it's also somehow thrilling, and sometimes I'm thinking, is it really a good path where we're going forward? But when you look on the German market, and the usage and the adoption of a generative AI and adoption of AI, and it's research made by Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and it's quite a recent survey because it was made in 2023. You can see that 2/3 you are somehow experimenting with it. And that's cool, that's good. And we have already 1/4 that is somehow investing and adopting AI into your businesses or your private life as well. But when I look on the AI, I very much like the latest article that was made by The Economist. It's about it's just a generative AI, but it's somehow you can adapt it also to AI as a global perspective, is that it's a promise for business. And I would like to stress the word promise. And the second thing, which I like also, is here. Do not expect its overnight adoption. And this is something that we are not thinking too much, but I think it's very important to stress it when you look what's going on outside of the conference room and of the and in the business you are operating in. We have the information about Minister Radek, who said that we're going to have in 2024 forecast lowered to 0.2% from 1.3%. We have the information also about the inflation, which somehow eases right now a little bit, but it's still around 6%. And we have also information about the e-commerce in 2023, which had also had some drop this last year. And bringing these topics into one conclusion is, from my perspective, AI is still very promising, but a promise is right now more than a promise. Second, we have to think about the economic situation we are facing today, and the third thing is the same complexity I showed you in the AI. It's the same complexity in e-commerce business, so it's very, very complex world. And my question I would like you to have in mind and ask yourself, do we have time for experiments? Because from my perspective, quite a lot thinking about AI and AI adoption is about experimenting and thinking about a broader perspective and long-term investment. And it's really, really cool. But in business, you have to invest 10% into longer future and 90% in your today business. That's why I want to elaborate a little more about retail media, which from my perspective, I moved from the media business where I worked for the last 10 years to e-commerce business, is an investment for today. And the bonus is that in retail media, you have a lot of AI already as well. If you don't like images, you like slides and charts, you have the perspective of the growth of retail media market in Germany for the next few years. It's by the Insider Intelligence, and it was made in 2023, so it's really, really fresh one. So the wave of explosion of retail media in Germany is gonna at least double in next 4 years. But what is exactly retail media? Look first on the left side. So it's a marketing at the point of sale or near the point of sale within retail environment. So we can think about retail media as this digital part. It's on your right side. So it's digital in-store. It's about on-site or sometimes even off-site. Then we have this broader version of thinking about retail media, so it's also digital retail network. So we have also in-store like signage, like magazine, like sampling. But I will focus mainly on this digital retail media. If you think, do you know any retail media companies? There are some of them on each continent. Someone might say, there is no retail media company on the Antarctic. But if you remember that penguins are from Madagascar, there is a company also in Madagascar. So from that perspective, we can say that retail media companies are all over the world. And some of them you might probably know. And from my perspective, European market is really, really specific in terms of growth and eradication of retail media companies. When you look on the McKinsey report, it was done quite lately, and it shows why retail media is a concept you may think of. Look at all the reasons for selecting retail media. The first one is that it delivers performance I cannot get elsewhere. So if you have it in your mind, I cannot get the performance I cannot get in other places, maybe retail media is a place you can start thinking about. The second thing, it's more media perspective. It offers access to audiences I cannot reach elsewhere. But 3 more examples you have here and 3 more reasons are, from my perspective, really promising as well, because it provides transparency, like the viewability, or its reporting is granular, it's really accurate, and it's timely. And the last one, but not least, it provides scale I cannot find elsewhere. So, for instance, the size of the audience. And I will get back to that point in the near future. So you have quite a lot of reasons why different companies, they choose to partner with retail media. And this is one perspective. And I would like to put another layer into that. Is that you know probably quite a lot this right side perspective. So it's e-commerce is really about performance. So it's about increasing sales. It's about expansion of the buyer base. It's about customer loyalty. It's about increasing the value of the shopping cart. And you have quite a lot of reasons why you can benefit from different marketplaces. But here's also the brand perspective. I would say the long-term perspective, because you can build and strengthen the image of your brand. You can launch a new product. You can communicate of some competitive advantages and many, many others. And I worked for the last 10 years for the media company, and we were very much about your left side, so about the brand perspective. And many companies that operated in performance or e-commerce, they chose us to have this part. And marketplaces, they chose for the right side, so for the performance. But retail media is a combination of these two in one. So you have the chance either to do the performance, but also to bring life to your brand or your products as well. What I like a lot in retail media, it's also really industry agnostic. And there are lots of examples. There are different brands from Polish market, because I know them a lot, but you can find it on other retail media platforms as well, that it suits not only for, electro or home and garden, but also to automotive, to FMCG, to telco, or to finance. So there are lots of brands that they choose retail media, both to benefit from this performance perspective, but also from this brand perspective as well. Okay, so right now, how to catch this retail media train? First of all, I want you to think, at least, about choosing different partners in retail media world. Referring to what I said about the economic situation and customer perspective on German market, I would like you to think more about the cross-border growth. If you are thinking about this cross-border growth, Allegro, which is the company I represent, is a place where you could at least consider. Why? We are thinking about nearly 19 million of active buyers. I'm not talking about the people that visit the website. I'm talking only about people that are really active buyers. And because we are really right now operating not only in Poland, but also in Czech Republic, and we are in 1 week entering the Slovak market, and we have also the perspective of growth for the markets, it's a huge opportunity to grow. Right now, the capitalization is about 7 billion euro, but we're sure and we hope it's going to be bigger. And we have 145,000 merchants on the platform already. So this is the reach perspective, but I would say the precise reach. So 90 million people who are active buyers. They buy. They not only visit the website, look on different products, and they leave the website. No, they actively buy. The second thing I would like you to have in mind is being open to different local perspectives. What I have in mind is, I don't know if you're familiar with that, but when you think about search, you have probably a company like Google or Yahoo in mind. The research that was taken by the research agency Minds and More in 2023, it showed that not Google, but marketplaces are the first pick when people are thinking about buying and looking for different products. So 38% when you're sitting and you're typing in, I want, I don't know, a chair. Yeah, so it's not Google there choosing to search and browse for this product. They are choosing already the marketplaces. We observe that also in metrics because we have 7.5 million searches daily. So 7.5 million searches a day. People search for different products. The second thing I would like to have in mind is I call them inflation-driven buyers. So we need to have this perspective where we are today and what struggles consumers these days. They are really looking for price. They are very price sensitive in very different categories. Last year we observed quite a lot of increase in searches, for instance in the category dishwashers. And people, there were 40% increase in searches for pieces that consist of 100 or more products. So people started to buying packages and bigger amounts of products, not just the single one, to think about saving their monies. And of course, the platform itself, it also helped this kind of perspective because either it's Polish or in Czech market, we have this price guarantee because this is something people are looking for. They are looking for the cheapest version of the product on the market. And this is how we build attractiveness also to people who visit our platform. Also smart deliveries. So when you have in Poland, for instance, smart, it's 2.5 times bigger chance that people are gonna pick you rather than the product that does not have this smart included in its offering. And third thing, which is really media part of retail media, are different marketing campaigns that are done by the company regularly, where you have this, they are called, for instance, Allegro days. So we have the decrease of prices for the set of bunch of different products up to, for instance, 40%. So there are lots of things that are done on the product perspective, on the delivery perspective, or on the marketing perspective that somehow empathize the consumer of 2023 and 2024, who is really, really inflation driven. And the third thing I would like you to know or even consider is that it's really good to use the full potential of the platform. And I see and observe quite a lot of talks, and AI also helps that a lot, that when you have this product side, you put quite a lot of pressure and time and effort on the product page. What's the title, how the products look like, and it's really a must-have. And it's really must-have. But you have to also add more context to this situation, and I will show that. I talked a lot about search. So we have two people. One is that, I'm looking for a travel suitcase. But the very different search query is that I'm looking for a small yellow travel suitcase with trolleys. So we have this perspective when someone is just thinking about, considering different options. And when you have such queries, you have the possibility to use, for instance, display campaigns. And when you are thinking about, and when you have this very specific query, you may use different options. On Allegro, they are called sponsored offers, where you have really a combination of a user that is looking for a specific product, and we can show him this product on a listing page. I will show a very short video from how it works. It's called ML listing, and it's a kind of machine learning technology. We received yesterday the first prize in sales and growth category and E-commerce Germany awards for that particular project, so that you can a little bit understand how it works. Let's see if the video.
Meet ML Listing, a model that dynamically manages where search results are displayed on Allegro, the largest e-commerce platform in CEE. Instead of fixed ad slots, it now combines the need for the best listings for shoppers with the display of sponsored offers that generate revenue for merchants. If sponsored offers are less relevant to what the shopper is looking for, they are displayed lower in the search results. When sponsored offers are a good match for the shopper, they are displayed at the top of the search results.
So when you have 300 million offers on Allegro, there is a chance, to dynamically manage whether we show the user sponsored offers and they're relevant, and you can use this perspective to grow a business, or it's not a good option, and then you have the organic results first. The other thing I would like you to have in mind is that when you think about retail media, it's not only about the platform itself, but it's also about reaching customers outside of the platform. Like, for instance, when we have an option that are called features, when marketers they feature their products, they are also included in our marketing feed in Google. So from that perspective, it also drives and builds the visibility of offers, and it helps the conversion because because features. The products that are featured are 7 times more required to be sold rather than those who are not featured. And 2 more things. One thing is that when you think about retail media, you may think not only about the offering that you have and options you have on the price list or whatever, but you can have the opportunity to create really tailor-made projects. And you don't have to do it with different other players like verticals or horizontal platforms, but you can do it in a place where people are looking for products. But it's done in a tailored way. It's then a kind of look and feel of a really interesting website. And it's also fueled by display campaigns or social media campaigns and different ones as well. Or we have the opportunity also to do and be involved in our trade plan. So the brand may be shown on a TV campaign we do frequently with our projects. One last thing is that retail media, they offer you not only the access to data and very specific data into each category, but quite a lot of knowledge that are presented in very different languages that you can access and gain from 25 years of our presence on market. To sum it up, this is the world I see today. If you are thinking that you are probably somewhere the same and you are thinking that I need to grow instead of backwards we have with the inflation and with other things, so maybe the option for you, maybe it's going to be reaching 90 million of shoppers, active buyers, especially using the opportunity to use advertising, which is an important part of retail media, because 94% of sellers who use Allegro ads, so the advertising on Allegro, say that they have an impact and increasing sales. Now, to sum it up, what I see as retail media platforms, they have a really great knowledge about customers and about shoppers, and it's really deep dive into what they're looking for and how we can adjust our offerings that they will be sold properly. The second thing that retail media have is that it's the best of retails for sellers. The third thing, it's media-like ecosystem, and the fourth is, I get back to the beginning of my presentation, AI you have somehow in the package. And now, if you are an extrovert, you can talk to us at the end of this part in C71 booth. If you are an introvert, you can get a welcome package and talk with us indirectly if you don't like to. So if you want to scan it, you can do it right now. And as I have just 1 minute left, I just wanted to thank you very much for your attention and wish you a good end of the day.